A really funny thing to notice is if you ever go on a cruise to an island like Belize, where there's no, prescriptions required for prescription drugs, like, pay attention to the crew, because we would, like, new guys would just come out there and they would, like they go to a pharmacy and, like, back then, there was, like, they had gumball machines in some of these pharmacies with, like, Vicodin and OxyContin and shit, and I think it's gotten better now, but back then, like, people would go to these ports and just come back like, it's just not just like their face is numb. And it was so funny because if you had a ship that was like, "Oh, we go to Belize or we go to these places where there's prescription drugs," like, all the bartenders were knew, like, kinda pour lighter, like, see where people are at. I knew in my piano bar, it was gonna be hard to, like you're gonna have half the room that's hard to pick them up because 'cause they're, and you're gonna have half the room is like, "Woo!" Like, ready, and you're like and you got both the fire and ice, and you're trying to manage that. But a story that comes to mind, man, there was, we had a ship where it was really hard to keep trumpet players because in this particular show, there was a moment that broke down and the like all the lights went off and a little like drum roll came up and a spotlight came and he had to like hit this like triple C, which is a very, very high note on trumpet. And he had to like hold it and shake it. And then it was like, da-dum, pam, pam, ba-da-ba-da-ga, and then all the dancers came back. But if you botch this, there was no way to know it. Like, no way to save it. Like it was, you weren't blending in with the band. So this guy, like, we had gone through 2 or 3 trumpet players that just couldn't do it every night, and this new guy came, and everyone said he was great, and we heard him practicing backstage, so we were all kinda talking about the guy, like, "Yeah, he's the guy." Well, we go to Belize, and this I don't know what the dude ate. I don't know what he drank, but he came back and was talking to us in the crew bar, and it was I can't even emulate it. It wasn't even like a drunk thing. It was the guy, "That is Jonathan. Jonathan has eyes taken." And then he'd be super clear for a moment and it would deteriorate. It was the weirdest, like it's like if somebody had a volume switch of lots of pills and coffee and ready to teach a class. It was like so unpredictable. And I was like, "Good God, like this," and we all knew, like, "Dude, he's gotta hit that triple C in the show. It's the first time he's hit the triple C." So, like, all the crew, because 'cause we're assholes, like, we went, like, we dressed up for formal night, like, we're waiting to see this, and I'll never forget this in my life. We're, like, watching the show, the breakdown comes, right? The lights go off, the spotlight comes up. He basically goes like, and at the last minute, looked up like, "Oh." And then the show started, and I felt so evil because I knew he was going home. I was dying laughing.